Tom Hollaby, hello, sir. Anybody else who may check in at some point, hello to you all as well. No, got a ton of things to discuss today, but a few. Always have to have a few. Well, not always, but I mean, turns out a bunch of shit usually creeps up. Tonight's live chat is brought to you by, let me move this over here to the other window. That's better. Ammo Supply Warehouse. That's them right there. Use the coupon code TREMIS10, TREMIS10 for $10 off any order over $100. Our other high-end level sponsor is Five Rivers Armament, right there. Best shop in southeastern PA. If you buy a Tremis Dynamic signature rifle from Midwest Industries and have it sent there, we'll do the transfer for free. Shinde, hello, sir. Speaking of Five Rivers, Uncle Guns, hello, hello. So, big news. Oh, by the way, if you order one of them Tremis signature rifles, if you use the coupon code Tremis, you get 10% off. It's a pretty good deal on a full-blown rifle. So, let's see. What do we got going on? Oh, all right. There's an update from last week. So I told you guys that I saw some videos about Mr. Bulletin. Hello, sir. About the SIG 320. And I gave you guys like a link. Oh, actually, I can still give you the link. They just dropped a new video here in the last day or so. How do I... There we go. Copy. I'll give you guys, it's like 320s in a trench coat or something like that, it's called. But they showed what they think is a modification to the 320 post-upgrade sear, and what they believe the modification does to prevent any possibility of a uncommanded discharge. Now, the video quality is not great. So like, you know, you got the where the video should be taking place, and the guy's holding a gun showing you at the camera, and he likes to hold it up here, and then every once in a while it creeps down into frame. He's got the camera like looking down at his desk, but most of what he's doing is close to him, and it pulls it out of frame. But obviously it's a dude with a cell phone. Probably sitting it on like a fucking couple law books or something. It looks like he's in a lawyer's office. So not a great video quality, but very interesting video on the 320 and the internals. He actually also shows you a 365 taken apart and goes, see how this doesn't do what the 320 does? For people out there that keep going, it's the same internals. We have a word for those people, or at least a picture for those people. Anyhow, so that was the update. The SIG Armorer, who is a dude with like a website, he was supposed to release something on Monday, which was be like a fix for the 320. But it got delayed because they got a bunch more information in, and they wanted to utilize that information before they before they release whatever it is they're releasing. I'm going to say he jumped the gun just a little bit, no pun intended. But it seems like they had a thing, and a bunch of, like, from their semi-announcement to the actual day, the announcement they were going to have an announcement, between that day and the actual announcement, they got more stuff to figure out. So, but apparently that's coming in, and I bet you it's a seer with a shortened leg. There's 2 legs on the 320 seer, like a front leg and a back leg, I guess we'll call it. And the back leg seems to be potentially the issue. So maybe they're just making a seer without that. Anyhow, that's my news on that. Now, big news happening over here in the Tremis Dynamics world. We have had not 1, but 2 people back out of Wolverine Warfare. They were coming together, and there are, not to get into their circumstances, but they are not coming to Wolverine Warfare. So moments before I started the live chat, I updated Wolverine Warfare with 2 open spots. I know it's happening like pretty quick. So not this coming weekend, not like 3 days from now, but the following weekend. But I'm just clicking on it now to make sure it's still showing as in stock, current stock 2. So those spots are available. All right. So I guess I could throw you the link too, huh? Wolverine Warfare 2 open slots, or 2 slots just open. There is the link. Will Crutcher, hello, sir. Adam Hall, hello. Always good to see you. TJ, hello. TJ, I don't know if you caught the opening song today, but it's a little Paul Gilbert. Some shredalicious riffage. You might have known it was Paul Gilbert already. The song is son of a bitch. I can't remember the name of the song. I'm going to look it up. I Understand Completely by Paul Gilbert. If you like shredding, fucking blistering, melt your face off guitar work, Paul Gilbert is your guy. And this song is the fastest that Paul Gilbert has ever played guitar. So, I Understand Completely by Paul Gilbert. Listen to it if you want to be like in awe. I'll have to check that out. There was a time many, many moons ago that I thought Buckethead was Paul Gilbert, but like just with a wig, a rain slicker, and a wig, and a bucket, and a mask. Anyway. Javier, hello, sir. Picture of Javier right here, in case you guys don't know Javier. Oh, there he is. No, I'm just teasing. Just teasing. Javier put a comp on a gun. One of them Ram jets. And I made fun of him for it. All right. What else we got going on? This weekend, like coming right up here shortly, is we do have a couple openings. Unlike a couple weeks ago, we have Fish 2 coming up, which is 2-person, 2 people fishing at the same time, like competitive fish off. Those long ass fingers, TJ, is what made me think Buckethead was him. What do we got going on? I'm rolling through my things here. I didn't really put a link up early for everyone to be able to throw questions in there. So go down through my list here. Snake staff pre-orders. There. Mark Koch, hello, sir. Iroquois Foreskin, hello. The snake staff, if you've ordered from the website for me, I probably sent you an email telling you about the first delay. They're still shooting for mid-May, but they're struggling on the 1-inchers to get enough of them to send out all the orders. So expect an email again tomorrow with just a cut and paste of their email. Like, I'm going to screenshot it and say, hey, there's the deal. And if you want a refund, say the word. A bunch of people have got that are like my close friends that didn't like order from the website. You motherfuckers just hang tight. Like, when it comes, it comes, because you got the alumni deal. But tomorrow, when I send the email out, I am also taking the pre-order off from Snake Staff off the website, because if they're going to delay it a little more, I don't want to keep taking money. So tomorrow, when I turn off the pre-order, free shipping on the tourniquets goes away, and it just goes back to by weight. That free shipping was a pre-order special, and I actually thought we'd be shipping them by now. Also, on the other pre-order front, a bunch of people got Mantis Titans pre-ordered. They've been paid for some time, and I was told they were going to be here in April. And April came and went, and like the scuttlebutt around Mantis is they're just backlogged. I don't know any more details than like they're swamped over there. So I will say that if maybe they don't even have Titans ready to ship yet. I'm not positive. But we put the very first order in ever for Mantis Titans. Like, that's a Tremis Dynamic order number 1, because we ordered them when the national sales manager for Mantis said, oh yeah, you can't order them yet. We don't even have an item number in the website. And then the president of the company said, oh, just put a custom thing in and send them a bill or an invoice. So like, we got it in like on a custom product name before it was even in their system. So hopefully, if they're doing it by order, like order number, first in, first out, like we should be, maybe fingers crossed any day now. I'd love to get a shipping notification for dozens of Mantis Titans. But so far, still also waiting. Like 2 companies that we ordered stuff from, set up through at SHOT Show for pre-order stuff, not here yet, and I wish they were. And I didn't ask for any explanation. They're backed up. Gonna do this short tonight. I think Sonny's got Super Dave coming in in like another 10 minutes from now on his live stream, because he postponed it from yesterday to today. I think I saw that on Facebook. So no need for me to talk forever, especially since the important stuff I told you about. 2 open slots for Wolverine Warfare. They are open. I just found out today that those 2 folks are not coming. So I added them to the website. And if you want to, if you're like one of my peoples and you don't want to order it on the website, I am a signal message away from saying, hey man, give me that spot. So there's that. Fish 2 is coming this weekend. Got the Snake Staff pre-order, the Mantis Titan pre-order covered. Max, hello, sir. I am not going to mention who canceled on the interwebs, because Their reasoning is their reasoning, which they shared with me, but it might not necessarily be public consumption. But did look a little bit at next year's schedule, and there will be a trip to Texas, and that will probably be the only travel trip in 2026 for me. Probably. And I think it's going to be in the April timeframe. So we're going to be in Texas in November of this year for Fish 3, 3.5, and 4. And 4 is the force on force component. So luckily our host has a bunch of sim bolts and sim ammo that they can supply us for that. And then we're going to do something in some place in Texas in the April timeframe, either the week before the NRA show or the week after the NRA show. Kind of like, two birds, one stone kind of thing. So we'll get that. That's coming up. Come to Michigan. Yeah, I'm trying to do less and less traveling at this point. And now I really, really only want to do small unit tactics classes next year, like groups of dudes with rifles. So it also limits, like, I need a piece of property that we can put on a bunch of camouflage stuff and go out in the wilderness. I'm going to throw wilderness in air quotes because it's probably not really wilderness, but looking at most likely going to Del Rio, and the new range at Del Rio that we did the master class at has property. It's not really the woods because West Texas doesn't have woods, but there are like things that grow out of the ground. So there's that. So we'll probably do something like that out there, and it'll probably be at least one of the days will be some type of small unit class. The other one might be a more skills-based class, but it won't be like a 2-day dynamic anything because we're not doing 2-day classes, and I don't even want to do pistol next year. So I'll give you the book of the week because I like to tell you guys about books that aren't for sale. And this week, the book of the week is Called to Serve. Let me see if I can get no glare on it. Called to Serve by Bo Gritz, although some people call him Greitz. And you can get signed copies. But this was not my original copy of this. I bought this, my second copy. I loaned my first one out and it was never returned to me. But my first copy was a gift from a good buddy of mine, Foamy, that was his nickname. We were in the Navy together, and here, I'll give you a link. It's on Amazon for like a retarded amount of money, like $100. It might even be more than $100. I don't know. I don't remember. But I will say I've seen it. I checked today and I saw it on eBay and thrift books for like the $40 range. $112 on Amazon. Now, if you want to buy it on Amazon, I get like a 3% fucking affiliate link for that. So that's why I threw that link up there. But I would not buy it there. If I were you guys, I would go to thrift books or eBay. But so the beginning of the book, a guy talks about, he's an SF dude, and talks about his time in Vietnam. So there's like the typical war stories and whatnot, and they're good. And then at some point later in his career, he goes back to Southeast Asia, and he goes there looking for POWs. And what he finds, instead, he's in like the Golden Triangle area. And it was like Burma, Thailand, Laos. I don't know what the fuck the Golden Triangles. I don't remember anymore. And he discovers that like most of the opioids coming into our country are coming from that area, and that there are federal government agencies basically facilitating that to happen. So that starts Bo's trek down the conspiracy hole. And because there he was talking to, I can't remember the guy's name at the time. This has been back in like the 80s. And the fella who is selling like almost all of the world's opiates. And he's like, oh yeah, like your government's buying them from me. If they want to pay me for something else, we'll give them a different product. And like, we can make the drug trade stop in your country today. And well, here we are 40 years later, and it's just ballooned way higher than that. So, I mean, it's no longer coming from the gold, like heroin from the Golden Triangle. Now it's fentanyl from China. So, what's weird is you can make fentanyl here and they still get it from China because, like many things, the slave labor is cheaper than making it here. But regardless, so then once he realized how corrupt the feds are, he looked into some other conspiracy things, and it made for some interesting reading. When I was, I don't know, 19 years old and read that book for the first time, I was like, none of this can be true. And now here we are a bunch of years later, and all of that's true. So it was just a good book to like open your eyes to how shitty our government is, and like get some decent war story, Green Beret, in the jungles of Vietnam stuff all in the same book. So there you go. He also was the fella who negotiated the Randy Weaver. Like, they let Bo go up into Randy Weaver's cabin during the standoff and help negotiate like it not being a Waco. I mean, Waco hadn't happened yet, but not let's kill everyone and burn the house down. Like, he convinced Randy to not end it all in a shootout, even though Randy's wife and child and dog had been killed. But Bo was on the ground and said, hey, let me go talk to them and see if we can't get this ended in some other manner. And then, of course, turns out the feds were wrong in that aspect too, to the tunes of millions and millions of dollars. So at any rate, that's Bo, that's the book. And the book of the week, and it's out of print. Oh yeah, Adam, I actually think they mentioned, like, most of the documentaries about Ruby Ridge mention Bo by name. He also said some inflammatory comments about the Oklahoma City bombing. They interviewed him afterwards, and I don't remember the interview, but basically he was like, he wasn't saying, oh, look, a bunch of people got killed and that's good. What he said was like something along the lines of, whoever did that did a very good job of using things sourced in the field to great effect, which is kind of what Green Berets do. Like, they teach people to do that kind of thing. Like, they teach partisans how to wage war on the cheap, because you don't have a government backing you. And things like fertilizer bombs would be, like, good job. So he was saying that, like, hey, whoever this was, they did an outstanding job. And the media was like, look at him, he's celebrating the murder of children. Of course, I'm like, wait, why were there children in a government building? Like, were they being trafficked? Because that's all the government does for kids, is rape them. So I don't understand why people took their children to a government building, but whatever. So anywho, I know we're only like 30 minutes in, but I was pretty sure that there's a Sunny live stream coming. So we're going to punch out early for that. Book of the week, Fish 2 this weekend, 2 open slots for Wolverine Warfare. Oh, we're going to Texas again in Aprilish. That's what I got. So everybody get out of here. Go watch Sonny's interview with Super Dave. And I'm probably going to do that as well. And I will see you all in a week. Maybe not. Next week's Wednesday might be tough with Wolverine Warfare coming up. So maybe not. But maybe. Hey, it'd be cool if Jay got here a couple days early and we could do it together, like right here in this room. I got to slide over and let him have some space. All right, that's what I got. I know it's only a half hour, but go watch